Alright, so we are actually live. Let me set up everything on my telephone. So, here we go. We out here. Let me bing, bang, boom real quick. Turn that shit down. My loud ass, you already know. Cool. Perfect, so we're all set up. So I know it's been a minute since we actually hopped on the server, and I do apologize. There's no really excuse I can make except for my laziness. We actually did move into a new place. I streamed just earlier this week, and you've seen my new ambiance. You know, my girlfriend got sick and tired of me just screaming at video games, you know, while she's trying to do stuff. So this works better. Excuse all the heavy weights on the ground in the background. I got a shitty-ass rug, so we're trying to, you know, make her all better. But pretty much, back to the server, what I have realized at this point is it's time to start getting back on shit. Because I do have a lot of time on my hands, and now I have better internet, so I can actually upload at a better bitrate for everybody. Which, I mean, helps a lot, even on my end when it comes to downloading everything. It's really great. Fiber optic is fantastic. So, we have actually put a lot of time into the server. It's going to look a lot different than the last time you saw it. But at this point, I've pretty much realized that we can pretty much still go on, because everything we have done, we can obviously do again, because we're going to need to. So we have a couple goals in mind. We're going to be making it to space, which helps fantastically, because, let me adjust this real quick. So when we get to space, we're obviously going to need to make bases on space, and we're going to have new power generation, everything. But, yeah, I have a bunch of projects in mind, and with the previous Let's Play that I have made, the videos are really long. So if I'm going to resume this and, you know, obviously film videos, edit them, do everything, nobody's really going to want to sit through, like, a 30 to, like, 50-minute video. So what I'm planning on doing is probably breaking down everything that I have planned and make a bunch of shorter videos to keep people's attention for, you know, a longer period of time. It just sounds like a more plausible way to, you know, upload, you know, rather than taking hours to upload like an almost hour-long video, which is kind of bullshit. So, with no further ado, we're going to play some of these stream beats. We're going to hop right into the server. So, a lot of things have changed. Let me see if I can adjust this volume setting a little bit. There we go. Maybe a little bit quieter. Yeah, let's stick with that. So, yeah, we're back. We're back, boys! We're fucking back! Yeah, long-ass day today at work. Kind of bullshit, but, you know, you work to live. So, we out here. But, yeah, so we're here in the top of the Hokage building. This is the base. Ooh, lagging a little bit. I don't know what's going on in the background. So, yeah, the base. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but I know you guys have seen this. With no further ado, let's go on to what I'm actually planning for the day. So, over here, I'm going to skip everything I've done for now because we're going to save a little treat for later. I will go over it in a little bit. Let's first off get that rain and day. Get that rain and day, you already know. So what I have going on here, it's a nuclear power plant. If you don't know the mod, it's called Extreme Reactors. It used to be called Big Reactors way back in, I think, 1.6.4 days. So what it pretty much is you can build a reactor and you can have a bunch of different coolants for the reactor. It's compatible with different mods. In my case, I went with, I think it's thermal expansion, and this is called Cryotheum. So what Cryotheum does, it's pretty much the best coolant you can put in the reactor. It's really expensive to make because they actually changed it so you can't craft it through like a recipe normally. You have to get blizzes, which is another thing I'm going to show you. So we actually built ourselves a mob spawner over here. It's a little bit excessive, and I used to have some big problems with it because all the drops that would end up on the ground, they wouldn't actually get absorbed into the system and sorted out to the different caches that we can actually access them. So we'd have like thousands and thousands of entities just sitting on the ground making us lag. So whenever we came close to the mob spawner, it was just pretty much fucking death. And I fixed it. You know, you gotta solve these problems in a certain way. So this is what we're doing here. It's pretty much a death trap whenever you go in here, but we're gonna fuck around and find out. So I'm gonna go straight to the back. We got a bunch of blaze spawners, and these are resturbed spawners, which are really nice. They're from a mod called Extra Utilities, and one of the mob drops you can actually get is called the Drop of Evil, and you can find any vanilla spawner in the entire world, and you pretty much just drop a drop of evil on it, and it gives you the spawner. And the nice thing about these spawners is you don't actually have to be in radius of them for them to spawn, and you can actually put extra utilities upgrades inside of them. So like if you need like an exceptional amount of, let's say in my case, Cryotheum, you have a Blizz spawner, which is what you get the Blizz rods from, which you need the Blizz dust to make Cryotheum. That's how the recipe works. I don't know, I didn't make the mod, don't ask me. But yeah, so you can put these upgrades in there, and it can actually run even if you're AFKing. You know how AFKing is like a really big deal, especially in modern Minecraft, if you need certain resources. So that's pretty much how I did it. I got a bunch of Blizz spawners, and what I have that doing, it's all getting sorted in that storage room that I showed you. Probably in my, probably a couple Let's Play videos ago. But yeah, the storage room, so everything's getting stored there. The only problem is we're running out of redstone. I don't even have F1 on. So we're running out of redstone. And these things right here, these are our void ore miners. They come from a mod called, I think it's environmental engineering. Yeah, environmental tech. So a void ore miner, pretty much what it is it's this multi-structure that you can easily build. They have a thing called an assembler. We'll probably build a couple today, so I'll be able to show you everything. So what we do is you get all the necessary parts for these, and it's really easy to do. I'll show you everything. And you dig a hole all the way down to bedrock. If you don't know the Mine Factory Reloaded, I think it's called, it's a different name now. It's Industrial Foregoing. So Mine Factory Reloaded, Industrial Foregoing, same mod. But they used to have this thing called a laser drill, which is actually what I have going here. And for some reason, it doesn't need to be all the way to bedrock. But what this does is, as long as you supply these with power, they will randomly generate ores depending on the lens that you actually give it. So all of these are green because my focus is uranium. So I can actually power this massive reactor. It's the biggest one I've ever built so far. So in all these spots, if you don't know how this mod works, how Extreme Reactors works, you pretty much set up yourself a frame. And this doesn't have to be glass, it can still be these reactor casings, and normally it takes in, like once you finish the whole multi-block, it actually takes in a different texture, but in my case it didn't, unfortunately. But it pretty much divides how much fuel you're giving. Okay, let me reword that. So how much heat you're producing relates to how much power you're actually getting from the reactor. So if your reactor's hotter, you're getting more power. And you can be more efficient depending on how wide and how tall your reactor actually is. I'm not actually sure of all the specs. I kind of just fuck around, build whatever I want if it looks cool. So you need these things called these control rods, and you always have to have these at the very top of the reactor, because underneath every single point that you have here, you have fuel rods that need to lead all the way down to the ground. And depending on how many fuel rods and how big the reactor is, that's how much fuel it's actually going to take to fill it. And depending on how hot it is, that's how much fuel you're going to burn. And you obviously get a byproduct. In this mod pack personally, there's not a kyanite reprocessor, and you start with uranium. Well, it used to be yellorium, but you start with uranium, which I have a port here for uranium coming into the crafter, crafting uranium blocks. I think it's a more efficient way to fuel it. And this is an import. I have it set to the inlet mode, so it's porting in fuel here, and then exporting fuel here. And this gives you kyanite, like as you can see right there. Kyanite, and there used to be a specific machine in this mod called the kyanite reprocessor that you could actually run your kyanite back through and turn it into plutonium, which is another form of fuel, so you could have a backup in case you ran out. So that's not a thing anymore, so I have to throw it away because there's no use for it. I wish I could have a use for it, but there is none, so that's pretty much what it is at this moment. And I'm going to actually show you all this. So I did build these things called dimensional transceivers, and a lot of other mod packs, there's something called a tesseract, and I unfortunately do not have those. In the past few mod packs I've had, I have never had tesseracts. So I kind of have to resort to this. And the bad thing is, I think these only transport like 20,000 RF per tick, which isn't all that much. If you think about like a stock basic like dynamo of some sort that probably only produces 20 to 40 RF per tick, these can only transfer like 20,000. But the nice thing about these is they're exactly like a Tesseract, but from the mod Ender IO, which I love. So you can actually transport power, have different channels for different power that you actually want, because I have the steam dynamos in the Hokage building, so that's the steam dynamo array. And then I have the reactor power, which I'm powering all these off of because I want it to be like self-sufficient in a way. So I'm getting power from the reactor to power all these void ore miners, and then for this, I have uranium drills for items, which is this right here, as you can see. It looks exactly like the item conduit. I don't have one. Oh, I do have one to show you. So, yeah, you see that? It looks exactly like that. So the channel is uranium drills, and on the back side of over here, this is kind of my uranium processing unit, and you get a lot of byproduct from these drills as well. It's not like as soon as you turn on the drill with the green lens, it's not just giving you uranium, you know, it's like a specific chance that you can get uranium and yellorium, which turns into uranium as well as from the mod Extreme Reactors. So this is a lot of byproduct that I'm getting, and especially in environmental tech, you get a lot of this, and this, because I only have a tier 2 over here, and you need the next tier of crystal to actually level it up. So we're going to go over here real quick. The first tier is Lithorite, and that's how you make the tier 1. The tier 1 actually has a higher percentage chance of getting you uranium than all the other tiers, which is kind of nice, but at the same time, I don't think they mine as fast. I haven't looked into this model that much. So we have the Lithorite, and then we have the Erodium. So this is level 2. That's how I made that far one over here, this one right here. That's level 2, so I needed the Erodium to actually do that. And I haven't made a level 3 yet, but the level 3 crystals you get is Chironite, apparently. Chironite, that's crazy. But, so, the thing is, with these, at the tier 1, you can only get Lithorite and Erodium, tier 2, and you can only get the tier 3 once you upgrade it to a tier 2. So once you get the tier 2, you can get the Lithorite, the Erodium, and the Chironite, or whatever it was. So, yeah, I'm actually going to run back here and show you how all this works. I pretty much set up these conveyor belts. They act as like a piping, let's say like a conduit of some sort, but you can actually visually see the items run to each machine, which I thought was cool. I thought it was a good idea, so I just like, fuck it and do it. But on the back side here, let me go up. Over here I have another one of these dimensional transceivers, which is giving all of these machines in here power, which is really, really nice because it's going, actually, I don't know if I changed this yet. Yep, I did. So it's actually, all the drills are sending the uranium drill product, and it's getting sent straight to here, where it gets filtered out into either a trash can or straight to the, oh, I haven't cleared this out in a while. I don't know how I got that. It either gets sent to back at the base where we have our query, you know, our query system, our processing unit, where we can transfer all of our ores into our storage unit. But all of the uranium and everything that I need, like let's say like diamonds, emeralds, nether quartz, and redstone, stuff that doesn't actually drop in ore, I have that getting sent somewhere else in this facility, which I will show you. But all the uranium is getting sent through to the pulverizer, which is actually why I have this machine here. I had another mob. Let me set this to fast and just get rid of these real quick. I had to add another mob to the mob spawner, if I could speak, called the Basals. And I need the dust from the Basals. It creates this titanic Cryotheum, which I will explain in a second. Once you get back over here to the pulverizer, I have an augment in here that actually says if you give it titanic Cryotheum, this increases your yield from ores by 1. So for every 1 uranium ore, I get 3 uranium dust, which turns into 3 uranium ingots. So it just makes it a little bit more efficient for the drills. Because I actually, the first time I finished this reactor, I didn't think it was actually using that much fuel. And then I AFK for a couple days and realized, oh shit, it's using a lot of fucking fuel. So I'm gonna open the window real quick because I get toasty. But yeah, so that's pretty much one of the things we need to worry about right now at this point is fuel consumption and how much power we're actually using. Because there's another problem with the taps on the side of the reactor, which I will show you. They can only export a certain amount of RF at a time. So if you're making like, I don't know, let me just come out with an analogy here. So let's say you're producing 20 million RF per tick, and each of these ports can only extract like 1 million at a time. You're gonna want like 20 of those, so you can actually export the full power, or you're just kind of wasting fuel at that point, which I am currently doing. I'm wasting a shit ton of fuel. But I mean, you know, I just work here. So yeah, pretty much, this is the Magma Crucible. I have a crafter over here, because there's a bunch of, oh Jesus Christ, it's a shit show in here. So there's a bunch of different recipes that you can actually do to create this petroleum dust. So let's go into this petroleum dust. I need the basalts rods so I can create the basalts powder. And then a nice thing about the basalts as well is they also drop pulverized obsidian. So I can use the pulverized obsidian from the basalts and whatever redstone I get from the void ore miners to craft more of this tectonic petroleum. And it's supposed to be here, but currently I have the Cryotheum running as well. So let me show you that real quick. So with the Cryotheum, I have obviously my ender chests porting everything from the mob spawner to here. And this is where it all gets crafted. So it looks like I'm actually out of blizz rods, but you need the blizz rods to make the blizz powder. Let me see if I can find a Cryotheum somewhere. Let me get this in my hand, see if I have any Cryotheum here. Cryotheum, I don't. All right, let's go here. All right, so with the Cryotheum, you need it's pretty much just like a blaze. Whatever these thermal expansion mobs do, especially with like the basalts and the blizz, and I'm pretty sure there's another one. I'm not sure what it's called. I haven't needed it yet, and I probably will end up needing it. But you need them, so you know how like one blaze rod makes 2 blaze powder? So 1 blizz rod makes 2 blizz powder, and I need the blizz powder plus snowballs, which the blizz actually drop exactly like the basalts, and redstone, which is coming from the drills, and it's not coming fast enough, so I might actually need to set up a drill in a way where I can get more redstone than uranium, so I can actually be more efficient in crafting these things. But I am planning on expanding the reactor, so that's why I constantly have these going. So I'm just storing up a bunch of gel cryotheum, which is what the reactor is filled with, because what the plan is, I have a couple plans. I'm still kind of thinking about what I want to do, but I can either expand this higher, or what I can do is I can make the, let me see if I can go back to, what's up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
Hey, say hi to the stream. I'm streaming Minecraft.
What's up, Minecraft?
What's up, Minecraft? But yeah, pretty much, I'm just explaining everything I'm doing. So yeah, pretty much what you can do is, with extreme reactors, we have turbine controllers, and you can make steam turbines. It's called instead of something like this, like a passively cooled reactor like this, you can make a actively cooled reactor that is cooled with water, and as it heats up, it creates steam. So you can actually power a steam turbine, which generates power as expected. So I can either do that, or I can just increase this. But the thing is, the problem with that, I'll have to increase my uranium production, which is going to be a bitch. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm happy with where we are now, but it has almost come time to the point where we need to make our ME base. We're gonna have to start with applied energistics. I'm running out of space, and we're planning on going to space soon, so I'm gonna need quantum links, which yeah, means we're we're gonna need a dope ass setup here. So when we start the base, I'm thinking, I've thought of a couple ideas of what I want to do, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, it's really hard to like visualize when I don't have enough room cut out of this area at this point. So I'm gonna have, how about let's just start off with getting rid of some of this shit. How's your day, Eric? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, doing pretty good, bud.
Hey, you going to that movie soon, huh?
Yeah, I got time for a couple games of Rocket League if you're trying to.
I'm in stream right now, buddy.
Okay, I'll just go fuck myself then.
Alright, buddy. Love you.
Peace.
Peace. Cool. So, I mean, oh shit. Let me actually come here and check how loud the stream is real quick. Your boy's back! So, what I've actually realized is the Streamlabs is not loud enough. It's a lot louder for me than it is for you. Okay. So, now we got some solid music in the background. Grab a sip of the brewski, you already know. You're drinking Corona out here. Shout out Nelk Boys, you already know. So, I know a lot of my bases, I do like circular bases, but I do want to switch it up for this aspect. I'm probably not going to be able to switch it up just because of the shape of the reactor cooler, which from top view, I think it turned out dope. Like, tell me that doesn't look like a reactor cooler. You can't tell me it doesn't. And if you did, I wouldn't believe you. I think it's great, alright? Don't make fun of me. I'm trying. I'm trying. So yeah, I think it would be cool to have some steam rolling at the top. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to do that. Like, the closest thing I had is this factory over here, which you guys haven't seen yet. I'm not going to show you inside yet. Once we actually have a project that we need to put inside, then I'll show you. The closest thing I have is these smokers, which you get from the Twilight Forest. But the thing is, once you move so far away, it just stops. And I want to see that shit from across the world, man. Like, what do you mean? That's some bullshit. But it is what it is. So there's a couple things I want to do today. I want to actually excavate some more ground a little bit lower so I can have a good foundation for the base that I'm actually going to be building under the reactor. Because the entire Applied Energetics mod, I don't even know what to say. It's like a quantum computer pretty much, and you can just store all your items. So it's like modular storage, but like 10 times better. The same author that made Applied Energetics actually made this mod called, we've used it before here too, Chisels and Bits, right here. Same dude made all this shit. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I mean, you know, he's a good mod author. So, I mean, I've always had fun with Applied Energetics, always. Ever since the first time I really dug into modded Minecraft, I've been obsessed with this mod. I mean, it's the main goal. Once you get yourself set up, you gotta get that shit going, because then everything's just butter smooth. So, I'm thinking to start, let me actually check how much uranium we have. Let's see. 21,000! God damn, that shit sucks. Okay. So it is definitely depleting. When I first built this reactor, I was at like 36,000. So that definitely means I am not generating enough power, well, not generating enough fuel to actually fuel this thing. And we do have a secondary income of fuel, which I do have set up through an ender chest from our quarry here. And instead of actually setting up a quarry in either the mining dimension or the deep dark or wherever we were doing it, I now have the quantum quarry, which we probably will end up making another one of. But pretty much what this is, as long as you supply it with power, it'll be mining ores out of a mysterious dimension or whatever. So I mean, we're obviously taking food off of people's tables. It's a little bit too capitalistic to sound sane. But yeah, so we're getting a bunch in here and it's getting sorted through here. I still am having a problem with imports that don't actually belong. So I'm actually gonna grab all this shit. Ender Lily, definitely don't need those. Dense cedar saplings. I will actually keep those. I kind of want to plant a couple of those. So yeah, I guess we have a couple more things before we continue with what we were doing. So I'm gonna put pumpkins here. Pumpkins. And then here we got this. Ender lilies, we don't need that. I really should just set up a mod filter for the mod plants. Plants. I don't want your plants, boy. Shit. I got jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, so let me place all this back in here and see how well she filters out. I don't think I put jungle wood in there, so we're gonna have to go back and put that in. Let me do this. It's a good thing this extraction is pretty quick though. Obviously I didn't put that in there either. So we'll do this. Let me check and see if I put the jungle wood in there. I definitely did not. So we're gonna do that and this. And now we should be muy bueno for the time being. I know we're gonna fill up with a bunch of, oh no, I definitely want those. We're definitely gonna fill up again, but the thing is, it's kind of nice. I'm getting a bunch of these unique saplings, and I kind of just want to make the whole like leaf village a giant forest, because that's kind of what it is on the outside, you know. So I'm gonna place these in, you know, understandable places, so it's not just like, wow, you're in the fucking way. Not me. No, I don't want to block that building. So let's see inside Tristan's walls here. I'm gonna actually place a couple here. So yeah, your boy T is actually, I talked about going to space earlier. He's actually building the rocket so we can do that. I'm just making all the preparations so we can actually fuel all of our bases when we get there. And I'm honestly very like interested on what the climates are gonna be on these other planets, because I might be able to make different kinds of power generation for the bases we're gonna build on these planets. So in order to get to different planets, you need to mine resources from certain ones. Let's say like, I'm not sure how the mod works. I really haven't looked into it. It's more Tristan doing all that stuff, so I'm just kind of a tag along. But let's say you go to the moon, you're gonna need resources from the moon to make it to Mars. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So I mean, if it doesn't, then call me out, that's fine. But yeah, let's actually continue with what we were doing. I know we're gonna have a big problem here dealing with nighttime and rain and all that. And I actually had something planned that I was going to do here pretty soon. I want to make sure I have the whole ME system, maybe not the whole thing set up yet, but I'm planning on building like a nice like tower kind of, and it's gonna look dope with like a beacon underneath it shooting up to the sky. And I'm gonna get this thing called a weather obelisk. Let me actually show you what a weather obelisk is. God fucking damn it. Weather! So weather obelisk. What this does is you can pretty much change the climate of where you're like living or like the world. So we have a big problem here because we live in a savanna. It rains all the fucking time, and that sucks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build this and we're gonna make it so it's always not raining, which is gonna be dope. So I'm not sure if it makes it always daytime, but we're gonna find out. I'm pretty sure there's another item from a different mod. I think it's maybe Draconic Evolution that you can actually make it so it's one time of day, like all the time, which would be really nice because nighttime sucks. And then I wouldn't have to make an environmental controller from RF Tools to change everything to peaceful, because it would just be daytime. I wouldn't have to worry about these things. Obviously, I'm probably gonna have to make an environmental controller like one of these times, especially when we get up to space. But for the time being, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to try to kind of lay out the foundation of how we're going to build this base, which I'm excited for. I know it's a big project, but I mean, you know, I'm here. I'm here. What's the point of me playing video games if I'm not just sharing it with people to also experience and hopefully enjoy with me? So, yeah, we're going to fuck around and find out. Cool. So this gadget right here, I think it was made from Direwolf. He made his own mod. It's called Building Gadgets, and it makes it really, really, really nice for people that are, you know, even not that experienced, but experienced builders too, to clear out land, place blocks, and make their lives a lot easier without having to go one by one by one by one block at a time, which also kind of sucks. There's a lot of other mods that do that, obviously. Better Builders one is one that I use. There's the Builders one, and then there's the Better Builders one. It just has a longer range of blocks that you can actually place at one time. So we're gonna start off with the Destruction Gadget, and I'm thinking if we use base layer where all of this concrete powder is. I used the concrete powder because I thought it looked more like asphalt than the concrete actually did, so I'm sticking with this. Let's just go with the flow. Let's figure it out as we go. Babe, good. So let's figure it out as we go. I'm gonna stick with the 5x5, but I'm actually gonna increase the depth by, let's say, 8. Let's go with 8. And what this does, you don't get the blocks back because it's a destruction gadget. It voids every single block that you click. So you gotta be really careful, especially if you're like, oh yeah, let me just take off the side of the reactor. You gotta be really careful. So let's go. Oh, I never clicked OK, huh? So now I gotta go 7 with this, and then I gotta go back to 8. Okay. So I think this will end up a total of 9, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's make sure we utilize all of our space here. Okay. Go there. Let's just get the edges off first, and then we'll move from there. It might make our lives easier. You never know until you know. You know? You never know until you know, you know. Okay, so I'm actually gonna grab some trash blocks. I have some jungle wood here. I'm just gonna fuck around with that. Because I don't need that. I don't need that, dude. I do not. Okay. Let's go here. And I'll just get rid of this. It looks like that didn't actually clear. I think it's no, it's not gonna be okay. I'll do that by hand. I gotta stay on this level just to keep everything even. I don't want to get disorganized, obviously. So go here. Oh, okay, this is proving to be a lot more difficult. Thing about this, the base of the reactor cooler is actually a lot wider than I thought it was gonna be, because I just built it from the ground up, and then I realized, whoa, I could save a lot of concrete if I just moved it up to where it needs to be and then build the layers on there. So in these walls, it's like thick. It's like capital thick. Like Lizzo thick. It's like thick. So we're actually gonna kind of utilize that space. I'm hoping we can utilize that space to maybe make like quantum links or anything inside those spaces, so we can actually transport all of our items here on the overworld to the different bases we build and other planets, which will be really nice. Because, I mean, me and T are going to be doing that. We'll probably end up either streaming it, or I'll be filming it and editing videos. So we will figure it out. But yeah, let's just continue with what we're doing and deleting all these blocks, because that's going to be the main part of how we're gonna start and feel more comfortable with the space that we're actually given. I mean, that's just the way I'm thinking of it. So we'll go here, 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 here. Just any block that is at the same level as what I clicked, I'm actually gonna just bring down, and then I'll go from there. It'll make a lot more sense. Because there is like another layer, like a whole level down, so I'll need to like reduce the amount of blocks that I'm digging, the depth on this tool. Daytime and rain. Get out of here! Get out of here! Alright. Cool. So I actually kind of want like a little, like, I don't know, it's for the reactor, so since it's going to be in the middle and on the top, it's going to be the first thing you see once you get in. So I kind of want it to be like a main piece, and I'm thinking we have some brackets on the side of this that kind of like hug around in a way to make it look like it's encased more into the actual base itself. I think it'll look really cool, so we're just gonna have to fuck around, find out. Gonna have to fuck around, find out, my guy. So now that's that. Oh, we got one more. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here and decrease this by 1. Press OK. So now every one of these guys, or do I need one more? What happened? Oh, it's at 6. There we go. So it's at 7 now. There we go. Do this. And that snow can't exist on a non-existing block, so we out here. But yeah, this is pretty much just gonna clean up all the space we actually need for what we're trying to do. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be pretty cool, guys. It's gonna be pretty cool, alright? Don't judge. Love, don't judge, alright? So I'm not sure how long I'm actually going to be running this stream. I know I just wanted to kind of touch base with everybody that was following the Konaha Chronicles. And trust me, it's not over. There's a lot to do. So just stick around and I will try to not disappoint. obviously. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on going with where we are now and trying to just repair where we're at and make sure everybody has a good, solid understanding of everything that's happening, because I think that's going to be pretty essential, especially as we move on with what we're doing, because it's probably going to get pretty complicated here soon. So I'm going to try to explain everything the best I can, the best quality I possibly can for the future, especially when we get in more in depth into these very technical mods that we're actually using, especially with applied energistics. It's simple if you know what you're doing, but if you first start, you're definitely going to be spending multiple minutes to hours on YouTube trying to figure out, like, what the fuck am I doing? So I'm going to try to help you out with that, especially if you follow along. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best out here. I'm going to try, I promise. I promise. Okay, actually, this kind of works perfectly. Let me just clear this shit out. So I'm not sure what I want to do, because I know I have a lot of concrete bases. Lots of concrete. So obviously I'm going to have to continue the concrete for at least a level, because that's what the entire reactor cooler is made out of. It doesn't make sense if I use anything else. For the floor I'm going to use something else, but for like the infrastructure and support for everything, we're probably going to end up doing concrete. And there's actually this really cool door that I wanted to show you. I think it's called a... just type in motherfucking door. Door! High-tech door. So, I think this would be a cool way to make it look kind of like a laboratory. I'm still kind of on the fence about how I want it to look. But, I mean, it's a cool fucking door, dude. It's really cool. I don't know. I like it. I wish it was taller. I wish it was, like, 3 blocks tall and maybe a little bit bigger, like 5 blocks wide, so I could actually fit this thing, but, you know. I just work here. I just work here, man. Leave me alone. Cool. So, let me think. So if I'm thinking about what we're going to do, I have kind of an idea of what I think would look good. Let me just throw all this shit away. I'm actually going to turn this into a better thing, so I don't have to waste my time for whenever I need it. We'll just put that away, that away, that away, and I don't know. Oh yeah, I got that from the uranium processing place. So what we're actually gonna do here, I'm gonna grab a bunch of concrete. I'm actually gonna put away the tools I don't need. This is that tool, the assembler for the environmental tech, and we're probably gonna end up building some of those here soon, and I will completely go through that with you. It's really easy. It literally tells you what you need, and you just get what you need and just hold right click. It's really easy. So, I mean, I'll still go through it with you, but yeah, let's proceed. So I'll put that away, I'll put that away, I'll put, I might actually want that. I know I'm gonna need this. And I'm gonna need food. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna grab a bunch of concrete. So, wow, 300,000 concrete. I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna, I think I want factory blocks. So I do have a bunch of factory blocks. I don't need these. So we have a bunch of factory blocks. I know I'm gonna need my chisel, so I'm actually gonna swoop that shit up real quick here. Yup. I have a lot of chisels. How about I use the more cheap ones first, so I don't waste my time. So I'm gonna turn all this into the yellow factory blocks. The yellow stripe. Make it kind of look like a caution tape, which I think will be cool. So I'm gonna start this off here. Obviously I'm gonna change this hallway. Let's change it back to daytime. You watch it start fucking raining. It's exactly why we're changing the weather here, you know? We out here, I'm God at this point. Shit! So I'm not sure if I actually want to follow through. Maybe something like this? Which I don't think that would look bad. So yeah, let's go around here, do this, but then I'm thinking I'm gonna follow it with this. And we're gonna make it blocky. We're gonna make it really blocky with this. Unless you don't think that looks good, I mean, it'll be an easy fix. Let's just check it out and see how it looks. Let's get a little, I don't know, let's do one side without, and then we'll do the other side with it, and see if it actually changes the way we feel about it. Oh, that doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. I mean, we still have to fuck around and find out with the other side, so let's do that. Okay. Alright. Yeet. Because I definitely want the concrete only like this, because I don't want there to be too much concrete. We're already flooded with all this fucking washed out diarrhea color. I mean, I'm not hating on the concrete. It's a really good building block and I love to use it. And I'm still going to use it, but at the same time, you know, you can only get so much of it. It makes sense in certain applications than it does, let's say, just other projects. Alright, so now we're actually going to be testing out what we think about this. And then we're actually making this side blocky to see what we think would look better. I don't know, man. I don't know. Kind of like the blocky side better, if I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like this side better. So yeah, let's fuck around with that, and let's just do a finished product kind of deal, and then we'll go from there. Not make my life a little bit more confusing than it needs to fucking be. And then we'll go here. God damn, I wish none of that concrete powder fell. Making my life a little bit more tricky, but you know, we always persevere. We always persevere. We'll be okay. Down there. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, I was also thinking of an idea. I have quite a few friends. I mean, I don't have quite a few friends, but I mean, I have quite a few acquaintances. Let's go with this. Quite a few acquaintances that play GTA, and I was thinking maybe if we just get a bunch of the homies on and play some GTA, it'd be a great time. I know we're dumb as hell, so it might be really funny, especially for an audience to watch. And just comment on our military grade autism. I think that'd be dope. So I mean, just let me know some feedback if you think that's a good idea. If you want to see that, then absolutely, I'll make it happen for you guys. But if not, just be like, yo, Connor, Ghost, you're a dumbass. I mean, obviously, you can say that. Fuck it. But yeah, as we continue here, God, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. If I honestly used like the the builder's guide, the enhanced builder's guide, it'd be a lot easier. But I don't really think it's gonna be a problem, because I mean, it's only one circle. The rest of the entire base is gonna need to be built by hand. So bringing a machine into this whole mess probably won't help me all that much, because I'm already gonna have to spend a lot of time on this. At least we can get like a foundation on, and this will help me come up with more ideas of what I actually want to do. Now that I know it has to be a circular base, we'll have to fuck around with it a little bit, but we'll find out. So we got the base down. Obviously it doesn't look good because there's fucking stone on the bottom. I'm just looking up at the map right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with the top. I was thinking, actually, I thought of this last night. So if I cut it off at a certain level, like let's say at this very top one, and just cut this whole layer off, obviously we won't see what's below it, but I have this whole platform that I could set up like a giant solar panel array and get like a lot more power, because I'm getting all those, it's from Environmental Tech again. So let me go at environmental. Let me see if I can find them. I don't even know what these are. I'm gonna have to figure out what these are too. This mod has a lot to offer. I've never really tampered with this mod, like, ever. I've never actually had this mod in a mod pack before. So what I'm thinking, let me see, is there any information on these at all? So there's no information on what these actually, how much they can actually produce. But since I'm getting all this all these drills made, if I upgrade these all the way, I can probably just mass produce the highest tier of these solar cells, and that's a whole another source of income for power, which would be nice. And I wouldn't even link it to the same channel as the reactor, because I could power specific other things off of this. Because once I build the whole ME system, AE system, whatever you want to call it, from Applied Energistics, that's going to take a lot of power, because it's going to be powering every single automated machine we have. It's going to be powering the brain of the operations. It's going to be powering everything. And I already thought of some good ideas of how this is all going to look. But I'm thinking, even though... So let's take into account, let's say if we can... What am I trying to say? Weigh it against something else we've already built. You know, the steam dynamo generation? That is generating... Let's go over actually check. Let's go over here and actually check. So, god damn. Go over here, actually check. So for this, doesn't look like we're inputting much power right now. Set time today, we'll be generating more power. We should be at least. So, 20,000 in, 20,000 out. I'd honestly like to say we're probably getting around 120,000 from all this, because these are max upgraded all the way with the steam to, I don't remember what augments are in here, but I think I did it on video. I might have not. God damn, look at my ass, damn, out here, shit. But yeah, this is generating already a lot of power in general, and I have a lot of things powered off of this. I mean, the whole Hokage building, the whole factory over there, all the greenhouses are getting powered off of this. But the reactor is pretty much at this point only powering the quarry, which is inside of the Hokage building. All the machines essential for processing everything from the quarry, and all of the void ore miners, all of the nuclear, the uranium processing unit, and that's pretty much all we're using this power for. So if we're getting 120,000 just from the steam dynamo unit, let's go over here and check how much we're actually producing from here. 3.27 million RF per tick. So I mean, you know, that's like it's like a lot. But I am still feeling confident, not confident, iffy about it. Obviously, there's no such thing as too much power, but I don't know, it's just another project just to make more, just in case we need it, you know, especially if we're going out to these other planets and I need most of this power here on Earth. We're gonna need to make different power generation sources. So I think solar would be a really good option, especially because I don't know how the climates are on these other planets, like I said earlier. Let's say, like, depending on like the atmosphere of certain planets, if they absorb more solar energy, then I could just build a whole solar array on another planet as well as here. And then, I don't know, I'm just blabbering at this point. So we'll find out. Obviously, these things have to come to the future. They're only brainstorming for now. So you can just go on and, yeah, continue the base, because this is going to be a very essential part of going to space and actually being able to survive on these other planets and locations that we need to go to. Well, you don't need to go to them, but you know, what's the point of playing a Minecraft mod pack if you don't fulfill everything in that mod pack, you know? Like, the game's not finished until you finish it. And especially because I'm still on the track to make this thing called the ATM Star. This is the legendary item of this mod pack. And what this item allows you to do is you can actually create creative items. So once you can create creative items, what is the point of continuing the game? So that's kind of the main goal. And I'm gonna have to do a lot of research and figure out how I'm gonna get the resources to do all this shit, because there's UU matter, and to make UU matter, you need UU matter. So I'm not necessarily sure how to get UU matter, if it's crafted in. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I just work here. I'm trying. Come on. So yeah, let's continue with the border on the outside of this, and we will go from there. Cause I'm also thinking I'm gonna have, like, from the reactor cooler, just so I can have like a roof over my head, so I'm not just getting pissed on by rain all the time whenever I'm in here. Because I want to make this reactor look really cool. I mean, right now it just looks like a goddamn blue box, you know? It's not really that aesthetically pleasing. So we're gonna have to fuck around with that a little bit, and we'll make it work. Obviously, we always do. We try our best. And one thing I love about this, I mean, now that I'm gonna be streaming a little bit more, especially with bigger projects on the server, you can actually experience the goddamn struggle of modded Minecraft. You know, like, you can have an idea one time and it just does not work, and then you have to struggle to find out another plausible solution to whatever you're facing. And normally it's very abstract. It's something that you're like, well, this is janky as hell, but it works. So, I mean, I don't know. I want you guys to stick around and see all my struggles about everything that I'm doing, because, I mean, Minecraft can be an honest bitch sometimes. And that's never fun. It is fun because, I mean, that's part of the game, but at the same time, it isn't that fun because, I mean, you're struggling. Like, imagine... actually, that wasn't a good analogy. Never mind me. Alright, let's go factory. Okay. Oh, I do have it. I only have a stack more of this shit, god damn! That's not bussing. Okay, oh, thank you. I love that. It's fantastic. Love to drop my shit. Okay, so here we go. So now, oh, forgot one. It's kind of how it's looking at the start. I mean, I think the yellow caution tape actually makes quite a bit of sense. But for the meantime, I know I want there to be stairs that go underneath the reactor, so I can actually continue the expansion underground into like the whole, I want to call it a laboratory, but that's not the right word for it. It's more of like what I'm envisioning the whole process and the final product to actually look like. And obviously I'm just shooting at the hip here because I don't know what the fuck I want to do. It's more of just like go with the flow kind of deal. But I don't know, I'd be thinking about this shit all the time. So, I mean, I think it's gonna look really cool. I've done bases like this multiple times in the past on different solo play worlds that I've done. Never ever, you know, shared it with the internet or anything. So, I don't know, I'm pretty experienced when it comes to, like, especially these kind of builds. It just takes a long time. So, that's the part I'm not excited about. I mean, it's the time. But at the same time, that's the only thing to be excited about. I don't know, man. I might be bipolar. Fuck it. Oh, yeah, and I was talking about the access ports for the power. They're called power taps. Redstone flux is RF. That's what we measure our power units in. You say, oh yeah, I'm generating, you know, 3.3 million RF per tick, which is redstone flux. And a lot of other mods have their different, you know, words for it. Like, I know Ender.io has a different word for it, but it's the same thing. It's interchangeable. So if I'm generating this much per tick, it looks like this can only... I'm not sure how much it can export. Maybe it can export 10 million RF per tick, but at the same time, these can only export 25 million RF per... Whoa, no, they can hold 25 million RF per tick, but I think they can... Oh, 20,000 RF per tick. So, I mean, I can't even export nearly the amount of power just because of these bottlenecks that I have right here. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way. I was looking into the mod Overloaded, which actually requires that ATM star to make most of the contents of that mod, which is cool. It's just a very end game thing. So I think this can, I'm not sure how much RF per tick it can actually send. I'm hoping it's unlimited because let's actually go into this mod. It's called Overloaded. So, see, this infinity capacitor, it says, does not consume the ore portion of the ATM star when crafted. You need the all-the-mod star to craft most of these items, which is very end game, because, I mean, that's our goal. And our goal isn't even this stuff. So, we need a lot more than... We need a lot more than we bit off to chew. Okay, didn't word that right, but you get the whole fucking point. So, I mean, especially with this, it's a multi-tool. This allows you to mine and place blocks from like an infinite distance as long as you can see and the chunks are loaded. And all this armor too that you can get in here. I'm not sure where the armor is. But they have, oh, multi-helmet, yep, chest plate, leggings, boots, all that stuff. So what these give you, they give you creative fly. You can go really fast, auto feed, you can't die. Like, it's pretty fucking broken. And I get why they call the mod overloaded, because it's definitely overpowered. So, let's actually continue. I'm going to need to move the access ports on the bottom of this, unless I have a way where I can do this. Let's say, boy. I'm gonna surround the reactor with a base layer of concrete. So I think that would be the best option. Let me actually grab another tool I have. It's called the building gadget. Yes. So this one doesn't work the same where you can just shift right click. Because when you like right click on anything, well, shift right click, it just changes it to the block that you are placing. So let's say I want granite. I can shift right click and now it's placing granite. But I don't want that. So I'm gonna shift right click the concrete. And you hold Alt or Control Z or, oh my god, what is happening? I'm supposed to have these things. Alright, now we gotta go to fucking settings. So, let's scroll down to where we have Builder's Gadgets. Building Gadget, okay. So, settings menu, numpad 1. Alright, so we're gonna go over here, numpad 1. Let's go straight line, horizontal column, vertical column, build to me. We're actually gonna want the build to me. Because this is gonna, oh, whoa, I alt tabbed. Sorry about that. So we're gonna want the build to me, because what I'm gonna do here, I don't think I have enough concrete. Yeah, I do. So I have the builder's gadget, and now I can click build to me. I can only place a certain amount at a time, but now I can do things like this, and not waste my time placing individual blocks. You can only place a certain amount, which is okay, because we can just do that. But I mean, it saves you a lot of time, especially when you're building, like, let's say mass structures, like what we're doing right now. It saves you a lot of time. A lot of valuable, oh, motherfucker. A lot of valuable time. And now I can do this, put this on extended vein mine. This is actually a tool from the mod Mechanism, which I actually haven't played with Mechanism in a long time. I used to play with Mechanism on, it was a mod pack way back in the day. It was on AT Launcher. It was called Yogscast Complete Pack on 1.6.4. It's one of the best mod packs I've ever played. The only thing at that time in Minecraft at 1.6.4, it was really buggy. So there was this cool mod called Archimedes Ships, and you can literally build like ships or like air balloons, and they're not airplanes, but you can pretty much build like a floating house. And as soon as you build one of these, especially with that version of the mod, you were not able to play again. Like, it would literally lag your game out to the point where you were just like, well, I'm corrupt, I need to start a new fucking world, which is really not worth it. Once it got to 1.7.10, it was way more worth it. So it's definitely a mod to check out though. I'm not sure the progress of it. I really haven't messed around with it that much, because I'm not really much of a traveling guy. I like to build a base and then expand. I don't really like to travel all that much. But if it's like, if that's your way of playing, you know, like if you like to explore and go out and adventure, especially if you're in like a questing or an adventuring mod pack, that would be a definite mod to check out, because that could definitely be beneficial to you. So I'd 10 out of 10 do recommend that mod. To continue, I think we actually should build more of these factory blocks, because I know we're almost out. I have a shit ton of resources. We're good. We're good, boy. Factory block. Okay. So, it's this one that I need. Okay, so for every one recipe, you get 32. Kind of a steal. It's kind of a steal. Buy one, get one free, you know? Buy one, get one free. So we're gonna do all this. I don't actually need all of these right now, so I don't want to flood my inventory. I'm gonna start with this, and hopefully I can get rid of some of these fucking chisels in my inventory. But I'm gonna try, oh, okay. Yep, broke the iron chisel. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna do the same thing around the outside of the concrete, kind of try to make it match the base a little bit. And what I'm thinking is we're gonna fill the rest in with glass, and we're gonna have stairways go down on the sides. Maybe not in the front, but on the sides. Maybe actually, if I had like a walkway to the front, like a 3x3 walkway with some rails on the side, it might look pretty cool. And then we can have stairs that fill in the extra space, especially because like on these sides, I'm not sure how many blocks these are actually. It looks like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7. So let's say I have a 3x3. Or if, dude, even if it wasn't filled in, that would be so dope. Is this even the same block? It's a little bit higher. That might actually, that's not what I was expecting, but it might look pretty good. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's do this. Let's see if I can get all the way to the end here. Yep. Here we go. There we go. Let's do that. That, and we are almost there. Oh, it's not time for me. Hey. I am gonna have to feed El Doggo here, son. You already know. Gotta feed the boy. So I'll go to like a quick intermission and we will come back. Cool. So this is kind of what we're at right now. I mean, from top view, it still looks like shit. God damn it, dude. God damn it. Cool. So, goddamn. I'm trying to think. I think right now would be absolute perfect time for intermission. So, I'm gonna make sure I get back home and get to a safe place. And we shall be back. I gotta feed the dog, so. Your little boy's gotta eat. Your little boy's gotta eat. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go intermission, and we're gonna turn up this music for you guys. So, I mean, if you wanna stick around, feel welcome to. I'm gonna turn up the music, and enjoy. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, probably. So, yeah, just hold on.
Powering off.
Oh, let me turn that back on.
Powering on. Mic off.
I'll take that goddamn headset. Alright. I just... Oh, you want dinner, buddy? Okay. Y'all can't hear me anymore. So let's go back to El Spotify. Streamlabs. Let's wait for the next song to start. Okay. It's a little bit quiet, but you know, we'll find out. Oh, actually, I can just turn up the volume on myself. Cool. So let's pop this up. Going right back to gameplay, guys. Not wasting no time out here. You already know. Not wasting no time. So next step, what I'm thinking, actually, we're gonna go obviously back to building because that's the plan. Oh yeah, and let me show you actually something real quick. So I did build the mob spawner, and it's obviously getting sorted into our storage room, which I don't know what I want to do with this after we build our ME base, because I'm gonna want everything stored there. So we might actually have to repurpose this room into something else, which is okay. I just gotta figure out what I actually want to change it to. So let me go in here though. So everything that's coming in from the mob spawner is coming in here, and I haven't been over there, so it's not coming in all that quick. You can see we get the blizz rods. I haven't seen any Basal's rods, bones. Pretty much mob spawner stuff. It's all getting sorted out here. I haven't even used these 2 trash cans. I'm still waiting if we need more mobs in there, which we probably will. But yeah, with no further ado, let's go on. I'll talk about all this stuff later. Yeah, with no further ado, let's please continue into what we are actually building, because this is an essential part of, like I said, everything else in the future. This is kind of a big deal. I mean, not really, like in life meetings, but, you know, for Minecraft meetings, I guess. So, cool. So now we actually have quite a bit of room for space. And now that I'm thinking about it, on the bottom here, that might be a better place for all of our power taps, because I can make, what is this, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, that's 9. So if I make a 9x9 square directly in the middle on the bottom for all of our power taps, I can actually probably have access to every single either power cell or dimensional transceiver or hyper energy, something, I don't even know what the fuck, what is that called? Hyper energy senders. So I can be a little bit more organized if it's on the bottom, because I'm planning on having, like I said, like the stairs going down. It's gonna be kind of like, God, I don't know what to, like, I kind of know like a little bit of a relation to what I can like kind of explain it as. If you've ever played Call of Duty Warzone on Modern Warfare, if you go to the prison, you know there's like the prison ring on the outside, and then there's like the dashboard with the bridges that come into the middle, and there's multiple floors of that. I'm trying to do that, but like way cooler, I guess. So I mean, I don't know. Infinity Ward Treyarch, hit me up. I'll build your shit in Minecraft. Hit me up. Oh, fucking wizard. Let's go daytime and get rid of the rain. I'm gonna let the El Doggo in here soon. I don't want him to be out there all alone. The fuck? Is that in the song, or is that something I'm hearing? Am I tripping? Jesus! Yay! So I need, what, 3 here? I'm actually gonna fix this real quick. Let's grab those other chisels. That's something I really need to do too, is go through my storage and actually clear out things, because now that I've ran out of storage, I've had to go by desperate measures and just add things without actually thinking of where I'm placing them. So that's where I really came to the conclusion on where I really need to start this, so I can actually start getting shit going without even having to craft anything. I can just auto craft everything. It'll make my life so much easier, everybody's life way easier. The only person that'll probably have a terminal, well, there's probably 2 people. It's gonna be Rachel Avocado Peel, my girlfriend, and Tristan, call him T, that is Katachi. So it's probably just gonna be us that have these items, but it's gonna make life a lot easier, especially if you have quantum links on different planets or different dimensions or wherever we need to, so we can build different bases around our quantum links, so we can have our resources wherever we want, which is really nice. And we'll get into the whole singularity, AE, we'll get into that later. After we build this, then we'll start getting into that shit. So it's gonna be fun though. It's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna be fun. So follow along. Obviously, feel free to. I mean, that's what I'm here for. So what I'm thinking, I kind of want to do, what is it called? It's Ender IO glass, quite clear glass. So I think quite clear glass looks fantastic. There's another way. So I pretty much just put a bunch of glass into the alloy smelter, and glass is something I actually want to set up a factory for, which I will be setting up in the factory, which I haven't showed you yet. Actually, let me think of it. I'll make that a separate video itself. And I'll upload that. Maybe I can do that tomorrow. I might be able to do all the filming and everything tomorrow. I'm gonna have to sign back up for all of my Adobe Premiere, or if I find a better editing software, I can do it on there. It's gonna take a lot more time because I already have what is it? Motion graphics on Premiere. So if I sign up for another fucking subscription, I'm gonna have to pay for that every month. Hopefully they have like a trial and just, you know, cancel, sign up with a new email. We'll see. We'll see. So, actually, for now, I do have the max upgraded sag mill and the enhanced alloy smelter. It actually took me a long time to do, and we're going to have to make more of these, so you guys are going to see how to do that in the future. So, we are going to actually grab a bunch of glass. How much glass do I have? And if I don't have enough glass, which I don't, my buddies built a pizza farm, which I actually, that's where I get my food from. I kind of shut it down though, because I needed some of the machines. They don't play anymore, but we still have thousands of pizzas. So we're good on food for a minute. My girlfriend is building Ichiraku Ramen, and it's not even a ramen shop, so it's kind of weird. We're gonna build the taco, which is actually the ultimate food item in the game. So let's say, what is the pizza I have? Pizza Supreme. Pizza Supreme. So over here, it gets you dairy, grain, protein, and vegetables. But we're actually going to build the ultimate food item, because there's one more nutrients you actually need to stay surviving in the game, and that's fruit. So taco. Oh no, I think it's 2 A's. No, 2 C's. Oh, there it is. The taco. A legendary food for legendary buffs. So this removes potion effects, negative potion effects, and it gives you dairy, fruit, which is what we need, grain, protein, and vegetable. So this is going to be the ultimate food, and we are actually going to automate this whole system once my girlfriend actually finishes the whole building for Ichiraku. I mean, I don't want to take that away from her. I mean, I really want her to do it, because she's a very particular person. She has a very keen eye on what she actually wants, and very specific. So, I mean, I know it's going to turn out beautiful, because everything she does is fantastic. So once we actually do that, I'm going to set up all the farms, all the automation for everything. I want her to be there with me, trying to help me. She doesn't really know modded Minecraft all that much. She hasn't really played and gotten in depth with it. But once we build that, we're actually going to have quite a few food items just for fun, because, I mean, it's something to do. But this is going to be the main one, and if we actually do get quite a few people on the server, we can start up like a currency system, and you can buy these things. And we can start trading. Actually, that's a good thing I want to promote too. I can hold up to, I think, I can hold over 1,000 people on the server. So if you want to join this server, please join the Discord and talk to me personally. I will always respond to you if you're down to join the server. Just talk to me, let me know. Obviously no grieving. I have some admin settings. I can change everything. Just, if you come on the server, don't be a fucking dick, you know? Like, I'm out here giving you guys a service for the server, you know. I mean, even if you don't watch the videos, I mean, you wouldn't know about it if you didn't. But, you know, like, obviously if you're joining, just be a player. Be a homie, you know. But yeah, I mean, everybody's welcome. Just let me know. Join the Discord. I have multiple different chats. And me and the homies join the chat all the time. So if you're in one and there's an open spot, you can join. You can obviously talk to me, T, Eric. I mean, Eric doesn't really play, Rachel, all that. So we're always going to be there. But yeah, let's continue. So I need glass. One of the big things about this whole farm is glass is needed. I'm pretty sure this is the crafter. To make bottles, and this is getting exported through black, which is getting sent here. I think it's for the milk for the cheese. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's for the milk for the cheese. So I'm actually just gonna boonk a bunch of his glass. So I'm actually gonna put these in my secondary inventory, all my building blocks. And then I'm going to go over here, click delete, and I will get my trash can out and delete all of that shit. I'm just gonna fill my inventory with glass, if I'm gonna be honest. Am I there yet? I am there! Hey, it's your boy. Cool. Hey, it's your boy. Don't copyright me. Don't copyright me. I love Wolfie, man. I used to love Wolfie. Yeah, I was one of those fucking guys in high school. Honestly, Wolfie had the coolest YouTube merch ever, dude. He had that shit on lock. But I hung out with shit ass people. They stole both of my hoodies, man. I had a pink one. I had the Savage down the arm, and then I had like the gray one that had the Wolfie logo on the back and the front. It was like a cool like hand, had the Wolfie logo on. I don't know if you know who Wolfie is, but check him out. Check him out. This is not a sponsorship. Obviously not a sponsorship. But yeah, check Wolfie out. I'm not sure what he's doing now. I don't really watch his stuff. I mean, I'm really busy now. Back then I didn't work a job, so now what I do is I work, and then I come home, and then I hop on my fucking computer, and I do hooligan shit. It's pretty much what it is. So, I was actually thinking too, I might want to add more of these teeth. I might want to do them differently, because at this point they kind of fucking suck. I don't know, I spent so much time on this shit too. Just with chisels and bits, and I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Cool. So, oh fuck, we need food. Let me go set time day. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go here, and I don't even know why I put that glass in my system. I need the glass. So, let me just grab all of it. So I mean, it's a few thousand. I'm planning on using this glass the entire time. So I mean, it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a vibe. I think I have this to all smelting, furnace only. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna take this, I believe, and it's gonna start. No. Oh, it needs to be alloys. All smelting. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so this is gonna go after time because I have it importing and exporting at the front. And you do those settings just by going into your machine, click your config, and you can see the machine and everything that's around it. So power is here, and I have my sag mill here. These are a very good combo. It's just like a pulverizer and a redstone furnace. So I have it importing through the chest and then exporting back out the chest. So everything that's getting done inside here is getting put right back into here. As you can see, we have a bunch of quite clear glass, and that's what I think I want to use. I don't know if I want to dye it a certain color, which I could. I know that's another step, but even if we have to find out the right color we actually want, so I'd have to do a few things. And let me go over this whole section that I have up here that I said I was going to talk to you about. So, you know, I have all these panes and all these dyes and everything. I actually want to show you where I'm getting that from. And, what's his name? It's, oh, bitch. It's another YouTuber that did the same exact mod pack as me. I got a lot of inspiration from him, a lot of ideas from him, some ideas I copied from him. Chosen Architect, that's the guy. So, yeah, so what I did over here, I do have harvesters, and I have an inferium farm here, which everything is actually getting processed over here. It's not getting processed at the Hokage building because I want to save space over there. But I actually have the same magic bean farm that he created to get those specific items. Because I know I don't want to go through the whole, let me see what it is. Mortar pedestal. Botania. I don't want to go the Botania route for dyes. And this way I can get a bunch of vanilla dye, which is really nice. So you get a bunch of vanilla items whenever these sprout. And the harvester obviously grabs them and sends them straight back to the Hokage building where they get sorted into their caches, where they get stored. And everything gets crafted over here from the Inferium farm. I have my Master Infusion Crystal and a bunch of Insanium, which is the max level of Supremium. I've been letting this go for a minute. I haven't touched a single Inferium or whatever here there is, Prudentium, whatever you want to call it. But I haven't touched a single one, so this is just stashed up from the time. And I also have my rubber, which is getting a plastic. I have a rubber farm here, and I'm getting wood sent from the tree farm that gets sent directly here, turned into liquid rubber, which my latex processing units are getting. So latex, which gets turned into, let me see, it's tiny dry rubber, it gets turned into dry rubber, and then smelted with the redstone furnace into plastic. So I'm getting the plastic, I am getting all of that, and then over here I have a sugarcane farm, and I'm getting paper, which gets sent back to the Hokage building and stored into its cache, which is really nice. So those are all basic things that you need, and whenever you realize you need them, you don't have them. So, I mean, that's pretty much just eliminating the problem of needing them in the first place. Let me see if the music's too loud. I think it is. A little bit loud. I'm looking at the levels on... There we go. I think that might be better. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna do a little test real quick, because I got this stream going. Alright, so concluded to the fact that the music was not too loud. So we're gonna turn that shit back up. Probably just because I have a loud ass motherfucking voice, Nia. Alright, so we're gonna come back. We're doing here. So, yeah, what we're gonna do is, let me go quite clear glass. It'll show us a bunch of recipes on what we can do. How does that just make yellow stained glass? Quite clear glass painted with white. How does that even fucking look, dude? This shit's clear. Does it make it not clear? Or does it make it a different kind of colored clear? What the fuck? Ugh. What's style jutsu? Alright, we're gonna go. Fire style jutsu, you're dead. Fuck with me. Alright, well, Uchiha gang out here. So, alright, maybe let's just grab a couple and actually see what we're fucking dealing with, man. Because I don't want to make too much, because I don't want to, like, waste my resources, even though I have a shit ton of resources. Oh, I don't even have a dye to fucking match this with. Let me think. Okay, so a very distinctive color. Let's start with a red. We'll go here. So we got quite clear red. Is it just the border? Oh, it's the border. Okay. I get it now. So let me see if I go extended van. Let's get all that shit back. Nice thing about quite clear glass is you can actually mine it back without it just breaking, and you don't have to have silk touch. So that's a plus. So damn, I mean, what should we do? Cause I have a bunch of dyes. I don't have any light blue, but we can easily make white blue because I do have a lot of bones and I have a lot of lapis. So we can easily make that. I'm not sure what color we want to make though. Let's go back over to... Okay, let me think of a void. A void. So maybe red would be a good option. So, I mean, if we go back here and check how much red dye we have. Where are you? We're just blind. Oh, it's right here. Right. So rose red dye. I have like 15 grand. I don't know, man. I don't know. That'd be a good contrast for the blue. Alright. Fuck it. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. Fucking doing it! Alright, so let's go you. Okay. You. We'll go to quite clear red. And we'll just make it. So, okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's fine. It's Fun. And I'm actually going to use a unique tool I have called the Unbreakable Builder's Wand. So what the Builder's Wand does, pretty much if you have the same item of anything that you're trying to build with, it'll automatically place it for you as long as you have contact with that item. So let's say like, oh yeah, I have one here. No, let's say I have two here. I want to fill in this space. If I'm here, obviously won't. But now I have it here. Fill up the whole space. Now I can place it. So filling up the space. Let's go. I don't honestly need to do this because you can place single blocks with the Builder's Wand as well. So if we go like this, boom, 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 boom. Oh, I don't have enough. That's 64, dude. All right. Take into account how much 64 blocks is. That is 64. That's some fucking bullshit. All right. Let's go toggle rain, toggle day. Oh, goddamn, I heard breaking my back shit. I don't think the red is a bad contrast. Honestly. As I mean, at this point, the reactor is raised, and I like to keep it that way because it's going to be easy to build a knuckle around the sides. And it's going to look a little bit more elevated. It's going to look more like it's the center of the piece, which I think that's what I want. So, shit. All right, let me see if El Doggo wants it. He probably does. Jesse, come here. Come on, bub. Nah, he ain't with the shits. You gotta know, he ain't with the shits. Cool. So what we're going to do now, obviously we need a bunch more of this, and I just added something in scan, so I'm thinking everything's routable, unless I haven't clicked it yet. But let me grab as much, quite clear glass as I can. And we only have that much more, so shit. Let me just go and just start crafting stacks. And for now, I think I'm just going to, why? What's the problem? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna go here. What the fuck was I saying? So yeah, the problem is gonna be how much glass we have. So we might actually need to set up that factory here soon. I'm not sure how long I want this stream to be because I know we started at what, 5:30. So we've been going for like an hour and a half now. I know I am planning on having a very extensive Minecraft stream this weekend. I know everybody's gonna be busy out doing their Halloween trick-or-treating, whatever you are, whatever age you are. I mean, if you're a young age, hearing me swear, don't repeat anything I say, by the way. I'm no role model, I promise you. So, but yeah, I'm planning on having a very extensive Minecraft stream this weekend. And hopefully I can have T hop on the server. Maybe I can have another buddy hop on the server. And we could just go at that point. So, I don't know, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I plan on getting a lot done, hopefully getting most of this base done. And we can actually start on the really complicated shit. So, I am planning on starting to stream again. Obviously, like I told you, we're going to get the subscriptions to Adobe Premiere again because my girlfriend, I was using her. I was bumming off of her pretty much for her subscriptions. And we're gonna figure it out. So, yeah, let's go in and let's start by filling this up. And as soon as we get a base, I might actually end up ending the stream. It is getting a little bit late, so I might end the stream and we'll come back tomorrow because I have tomorrow and the next day off. I have every weekend off because I work a day job Monday through Friday, part-time, and I'll probably end up having a couple short streams through the week. And yeah, we'll just go from there pretty much. So yeah, let's actually grab some dummy blocks. I actually have some concrete, Flumfleet. We'll go here. Cool. Let's just start by filling this in. The only reason I placed this block here is because I didn't want this whole line to fill in because I don't want it covering the bottom of the reactor. Because I want access to that because I'm gonna put the power taps on the bottom. Which actually might turn out to be more of a bitch than I thought because with this, okay, so you know how water reacts? You place it at a certain height and it drops down and spreads. With this, a bucket is a bucket. If you place a bucket up here on block 3, it drops all the way down to block 1. It doesn't keep that source block. So each block is its own block, which means, I mean, think of how much Cryotheum buckets I had to make to actually fill this whole fucking thing. I think I went through like 25,000 buckets. I mean, at least that's why you gotta automate things so you don't have to do it all yourself. But I mean, we out here. That's pretty much all I can say. We out here. We out here. We bowling. So after I broke that first, I think it might be a little bit easier. Obviously, I'm gonna have to do the same repetition of the concrete block here so I don't continue the line. Let's fill this in. I'm liking the whole clear glass too, because I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of trippy. You'd be like walking out on this thinking you're gonna fall, but I mean, it's a solid surface. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think about that. Obviously, like in these areas, it's not actually gonna be a thing because I'm gonna have staircases going down from here. But all this floor here, obviously gonna have borders, but it's gonna be walkable. You're gonna be able to stand on it. So I think it's gonna be a really cool look. Obviously, this is just a start. This is the most progress I've made on this base since ever because I just started it today. But I think it's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be really cool. A lot of people, especially on the server, I mean, especially Tristan, he is versed in modded Minecraft. He's not the best builder ever, but he hasn't gotten in depth to the whole like engineering mechanical thing as I have, and I don't even know if like engineering mechanical is the right like duo of words to use. But I mean, when it comes as technical to modded Minecraft is like I don't know if he takes it as that seriously. Because, I mean, I used to like literally, as soon as I actually realized modded Minecraft was my shit, I used to watch YouTube video after YouTube video for hours just watching other people play. And it really does help you in what you're actually trying to do if you watch it. Because you learn new possibilities of things you've never known how to do before, which is really cool. So you can get ideas. I mean, not just bunking ideas, especially somebody who bunked a bunch of ideas. Even though that's completely contradicting what I just said. But I used to bunk a lot of ideas off of, I think it's Iskall85. He played on Minecraft 1.7.10, and he had a steampunk factory build. And that's literally what got me hooked on this shit. Watching that guy, even with his silly little accent, I love that guy. But he pretty much got me hooked onto loving this game in general. And yeah, ever since then it kind of just took off as like a healthy-ish obsession. But I don't know, I really spend a lot of time enjoying this game. It's a very peaceful thing, you know, especially like, let's compare to like other video games. Let's say like a Call of Duty or like a like a FPS game or like an RPG where you need to level up and fight. This is more of like a passive game that you can enjoy yourself playing. And especially with modded Minecraft being as technical as it can be, it makes you use your brain more than, let's say, like Call of Duty. I mean, especially Call of Duty for that matter. Like, you know, I have a lot of hunt content. Not a lot of hunt content, but I love to play hunt. You know, like, I can't even compare, like, a FPS shooter game to hunt because it's a lot more technical than that. There's a lot more strategizing in that game than Call of Duty, where you just go and respawn. You know, you actually have like a detriment to your financial like being in that game. Like if you lose and you just go fuck around, you lose money. You know, you never made money. You can't pay for your class now. I mean, you can't put yourself in debt like that, man, you know? But yeah, so getting back to it, we have the floor. I might do one more thing. I'm gonna set it to obviously daytime, but I do want to maybe build the tunnel and the entrance, because I mean that's not aesthetically pleasing at all. So if I can, oh my fucking god, dude, get rid of them bitches, then yeah, we'll actually go around, fuck around, and oh, this is a really good sign actually. I'm building up redstone. That doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, make sure I'm not on vein mine. That is always something that I do wrong. Let me go up here, and is all these, not this one, are all these full? They're all full of redstone. So, obviously I don't have any blizz, not a bad thing. Halloween lollipop? What? What? The effects are unpredictable. Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna keep that. That seems interesting. I'm gonna keep that. See, there's these weird things that have been happening on the server, especially when it came to Halloween. Like, you'll be just doing something, and you turn around, there's these ghosts that spawn right behind you, and they don't touch you. It's like this woman figure, and like, you can go up attack her, she just looks at you. Like, nothing happens. It's just kind of trying to scare you. But it's, I don't know, it's kind of cool, like, how much these, like, mod authors actually do to try to, like, be festive in these meanings. I think that's the correct word. It's the correct word. But yeah, I don't know, like, it's really cool what these mod authors and these mod pack builders do to try to keep everything festive, especially like keeping it alive too. Because I know this isn't the newest mod pack, I'm playing on 1.2.2, 12.2, but 1.12.2. Jesus, motherfucking Christ. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I'm excited to see what they have for Christmas. I think it's gonna be dope. So now we actually have a base of a floor. I might try to build a tunnel. I'm thinking first off, get rid of this shit. Get out to this main block here. I'm probably gonna end up extending it out a little bit. But yeah, so could probably fill the floor with Cryotheum. I don't know if that's like worthy of my resources or not, but we'll find out. So I do want to continue the whole scheme of what we got going in here, and I might actually break that. And right here, especially. So boom, boom. That's on fast mode. God damn it. So let me turn this to normal mode, and that's actually what I want there. Let me go back here and see if I got more. Yes, I do. I have more factory blocks. Let's go here and just run it down. Run it down to the point, because I mean, we're gonna continue this. We're gonna continue the whole pattern. I think that will look better than just having it cut off and then me starting it once again and going back. So we'll do that, and then honestly, I feel like I'm obligated to continue the glass at the same time. We'll find out. We'll do a couple things. So let me get a bunch of my frame slants, and what these are. So there's a couple mods. Carpenter's blocks was one of them, a really good one, better than this one. I don't know why they added this one in the mod pack. I honestly hate block craftery. And then there was another really good one. I think it was architecture craft, and you had an architect table, and you could turn any block into any shape, even curves, if you wanted to. So I mean, if there's like all the mods 3, anybody out there that's actually watching this shit, which I doubt it, but bring architecture craft to replace this bullshit. Architecture craft is so much fucking better. I promise you, you'll have a lot more happy people. So, with that said, let's keep on going. So what I'm thinking actually, so I'm gonna start up here, and I'm going to do this. I've built multiple entrances kind of like this in the past. This one might be a little bit different though, because I normally build them in mountainsides, not reactor coolers. So, thinking the only thing is, after this last update on the mod pack, I kind of get weird textures on a lot of the things that that these map to. So like, let's see. Okay, I mean, a lot of these have blown up for some fucking reason. But like, you see, you know, the seams, it looks good on top of this. It's just, I'm thinking I need to do something else for this. It's just gonna look like a balcony, or whatever they call it. What do they call those? Awnings. It's gonna look like a fucking awning. I don't want an awning. It's a bullshit. Do you think I am white? Yes. Very. Very. Okay. So we're gonna go here. I mean, you know, you never know until you know? So we might be able to figure something out. I just don't like how, I wish the texture is connected better. And I get that it can't, because it wouldn't make sense if they did. But at the same time, I don't know. I might just be bitching. Guys. Probably just fucking bitching. Okay, I don't want that there, so we'll go here. Get rid of that. Rain. See, this is what I'm saying about the rain. It always rains. Always. Always gotta control that weather. So that's obviously the project that I told you about earlier. We're gonna be trying to control the weather because it's getting annoying. I know I can change it, but at the same time, it's like, come on, dude. Come on, don't waste my time here. So I'm actually going to go here. That might actually change the texture of these. No, okay, it didn't. 'Cause I think there was something over here. Yeah, see, like these textures matched. Is it maybe something on the side? Is it like a block on the side or the back? Is it nothing? None of this? What happened? Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know, guy. I'm obviously gonna have to fucking spruce it up. So maybe what if I do something like this and I go down a little bit more and I don't continue. I just leave it at that, and then I go down with my regular bullshits, like this. That only makes sense for it to be concrete. It really only makes sense. I think the 2-block high doesn't look bad, though. Is that all the concrete I have? Oh, I was like, it better not be. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not satisfied with that. Oh, bitch. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to have to extend this out a little bit more. And the only thing about is, if I do place Cryotheum underneath, actually, I do have another idea that I want to try for underneath the glass. I'll probably just end up using the inverted white lamps that I normally use. Because Cryotheum, when you place it, as you can see on top of the reactor here, it's so cold, it makes snow on top, and I don't want to walk through snow when I'm trying to go into my, what I think is gonna be a cool base. That just sounds stupid. Sounds stupid! Let me get some of this. Boom, 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 boom. And then here. Oh, nope. Here. Okay. So, that's what I'm thinking it's probably gonna end up looking like. I just don't like that. I don't like the top of that shit. That looks like doo-doo. Fucking doo-doo. So, I don't know, man. Ideas without. I do have an idea to try to connect this shit off a little bit better. So if I can go here and just type in here framed. Farmed. So, framed. I have these outer corners, which I think might look good. I only need to craft one, so I'll put that in my hot bar if that would work. Be dope. And what if I want like? Not what I wanted. Ah, it might be. You never know. No, it's definitely not. Bitch. What if it's the outer corner that I want? That's definitely not it either. Fuck me. See, that's why we need architecture craft. They have so many more options. I mean, and I want y'all to play on the server, so if I edit the server, you're gonna have to add something to the mod pack unless I make my own mod pack based off of all these mods, which, I mean, I can look into. I mean, if that's something that people are interested in, I can obviously do that. Girlfriend's calling. What's up, babe? I'm midstream.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, babe?
I'm on my way home.
You are? Cool, cool. I'm in the middle of a stream.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I love you so much. I'll see you soon, okay?
Yep, love you too, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Cool. Hey, girlfriend's coming home! I mean, she can't hop on. She plays on a laptop, and it sucks. So, I mean, we have a disk speed kind of problem with her. It can't actually, the disk can't write fast enough for her entire system to actually play the game. So it's really weird. It's not like a CPU, RAM, or GPU problem. It's a disk problem, which, I mean, that doesn't happen often. So I'm figuring that out right now. I'll probably get her like an external SSD, which can actually write a lot faster. So we'll have to do that and then wipe everything on her hard drive and just have system on her hard drive, which is gonna be a biscuit. Bitch. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. You already know. So, since I got this block here, what if I just bang bang boom to this shit, the biscuit out of here? And that doesn't look terrible. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. But then, all right, let's break into here. Let me just get like one block gone, or two. That works just fine. Okay. So we'll go here, and then what if let's see how this would look, because I know I'm gonna want light in this tunnel, because obviously I don't want mobs to spawn, because that's always shitty. And then yeah, we'll probably end up just wrapping her up there, and we'll come back tomorrow, and we will make more content, and we will try to get this shit done. Alright, so I got the inverted white lamps, and let's go all the way out to here. Oh, yeah, I gotta find that hole. Ah! Ah! Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. That's it. That's it. What do you guys think? I mean, I can make adjustments in the future, but I think that'll be dope. And then I was thinking maybe adding infrastructure around this place, so it's not just a bridge and then just empty asphalt or concrete powder, obviously powder. But yeah, adding infrastructure, some roads, so we can actually like have walkways, even though we're fly everywhere. I mean, it'll just look aesthetically pleasing. Just kind of what I'm looking for, especially on this map, this whole server that we have right here. I'm not trying to cut corners. I'm trying to go all out, first time, do it right the first time, so you don't have to go back and do it again. You know, my mom always told me don't do it half-assed, which is exactly what I'm not doing, is half-assed. So, I mean, obviously you can tell by the size of the reactor. So, I mean, honestly, when it comes to extreme reactors, I haven't seen somebody in survival build something this big. Personally? So, I mean, if you see anybody that has built something this big, please send it to me, because I will take ideas from them. But yeah, at this point, I don't know if I want to do the steam generator kind of thing, because I'm working on getting uranium. And if I extend this thing, look how much more room I have to extend this thing. I can probably double or even triple the height of this, as long as I can get the uranium input that I actually need. So, I mean, minus all the drills that I'm building from environmental tech that I talked about out here, we're gonna need another income. We're going to need another income of uranium, and I guarantee you that, I promise that. And we're just gonna have to figure out if it's this dimension, or if I have to make an RF tools dimension. And I really haven't messed around with that too much, RF tools dimensions, but we are going to need another source of income, and we will figure that out. So, I know pretty much nobody joined, but that's okay. I had fun doing this, fun talking to myself pretty much. So, if you stick around and actually watch the stream, thank you for watching it. I hope you guys have a good night. I know it's pretty late here. If you're on the East Coast, it's 3 hours ahead, so